On the 8th of March, Valve invited members of the gaming press to an Artifact event led by Gabe Newell, including letting the press experience the game for themselves, and much information is pouring out, even as I write. First, Artifact will not be free to play. In fact, the majority of the game revolves around player investment and the rewards that go along with said investment. Integration into the Steam marketplace is the key for Artifact's design, as quote-unquote bargain hunting for cards will be a key to players' success. A percentage of any revenue earned from both first and second party rates, including the Steam marketplace, will then feed into tournament pools, and there is currently a $1 million tournament already planned for the first quarter of 2019. Game modes such as sealed deck and drafting will be included, something Hearthstone never has had, and opening and building decks are meant to be a social and competitive experience. Workshop integration is confirmed, along with automated tournament events throughout the entirety of every year that the game remains active. Players can flip through other players' decks, collections, along with their own stats, and Artifact as a whole will feed into content creation for Dota 2, including some specifically new characters and heroes within Artifact that were seen within some press screenshots, but we'll get to that in a second. Interestingly, Source 2 was discussed. It was announced that Artifact is running in Source 2, and that Source 2 will be ported to iOS and Android in mid-2019, with a full PC release of Artifact in mid to late 2018. They also have Magic the Gathering's creator Richard Garfield working on the game, and multiple statements from the press who got to play the game that RNG seemed far lessened, and much of the game feels like it's in the hands of the player, mostly due to the 3 different game boards that the player has to shuffle between. And on that note, we have our first screenshots and videos of the game, currently courtesy of IGN and PC Gamer. And with all of that said, I have a single complaint. Was this the only video footage taken from the press event?
The new era we have in our quiver really is the ability to develop hardware and software simultaneously, right? We've always been a little bit jealous of companies like Nintendo, right? When Miyamoto was sitting down and thinking about the next version of Zelda, mechanics, things that just haven't been seen in trading card games before. Like, there's stuff in there that Magic the Gathering player will look at and go, oh my god, that breaks a whole bunch of stuff in my model for how this stuff works. There are going to be a bunch of consequences.
This appears to be a round table. However, no one thought to bring a decent video camera. Not a single member of the press was under NDA, so entire games could have been recorded, but instead, everyone made sure to hit their quota of at least 10 articles on this event. Gabe Newell is talking about the future of Valve. He's talking about how hardware creation is now tying into their software, and how they are able to pull a Nintendo and make sure that the hardware is designed around how the software is made. And unfortunately, no one got a full recording of this quote. No one. We have pictures, we have 2 articles, and we have somebody's Instagram story. Nobody recorded it. Okay, now with all of that said, Artifact is shaping up to be something that I am quickly becoming incredibly ecstatic for. Wow, I played a lot of Hearthstone a couple of years ago, and I had many complaints about it. And it seems as though Valve has taken a look at that format and went, what are the major faults? Let's do the opposite. The integration of the Steam marketplace is the Valve thing that made this happen. And whether you like Dota 2 or not, this as a game is going to change quite a few things. This is the first time where the players have more to do with how the game turns out in a trading card game that I've seen in such a long time. And I am so excited for myself to be able to play it, and I'm a little upset with the people who are at the event, but that's my own personal thing. I'm already working on the video that's going into much more detail on what these screenshots and videos are trying to say in terms of the gameplay design and mechanics of Artifact as a whole, but I wanted to be able to get all of the information that is pouring out of the press currently, because it's just been pouring over the last hour, and I've tried to get this done as quickly as possible. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios. Hey Valve, I'm on spring break. I could have went.